G'day, beautiful people. Welcome back. Playing Minecraft once again. And as I said, we're getting into a bit of Botania. Botania is a flower-based magic mod. It's actually pretty cool. It's not my favorite magic mod, but it's pretty cool. I like it. It's a very good mod, solid, and quite useful. There's a lot of magic mods that are kind of, they either just straight up overpowered or they are not really that good. Botania is pretty cool because it, the more work you put in, the better stuff you're going to get. So it's quite nice. So the first thing we've got to do is we need to get mystical flowers. We need to get one of each color petal. That's a lot of petals. And it's kind of RNG-y because we have to make this floral fertilizer. First thing you need to do when you do Botania is either find the flowers in the game world, or make yourself some floral fertilizer, which is easily made with bone meal, yellow and red dye. But we don't have the option of finding them in the world, so we have to do it this way. And hope that we don't get absolutely broadened with colours. What I should do is bring up this bad boy, chuck that stuff away that we're not going to be using. That is on me right now. I mean, we will use these at some point. Don't need tallow on me. So let's grab some flowers. It's just a matter of chucking the flowers into your crafting grid. And you get petals. You can then plant the petals. So you get one petal per plant. You can plant the petal and then bone meal it with normal bone meal. And then I think you still have to take them down with shears. And you can multiply your flower petals. So you don't have to keep doing this. Once you have one of each, you pretty much have an endless supply. So long as you don't forget to dupe them and run out. Black we don't have. Blue we don't have. Cyan we have. Green we have. Pink we have. Yellow we have. So what are you looking for? White. One of the most important, especially at the start. Blue, purple. No, we're looking for red, purple, light blue, and white. So that should be done. So this was actually a quest in the shitty basic farming section. That was a pain in the bum to do. As you can see, there was 4 in that one I had to do. If you remember from the last one, 5 in that one I had to do. Glad that I'm done, because now we can go and we can unlock Botania and actually move into Botania. So once you have your flower petals, the next thing you want to do is build an Apothecary. So actually, one other thing that what we're going to want to do is get ourselves another infinite water source. So let's do that real quick. Let's chuck you in there because I don't want you right now. Let's chuck our trophy, not a trophy, just a symbol to say we started it, I guess. Let's grab this bad boy. Do you have water in here? You do have 2 buckets. We'll chuck a bucket there, we'll chuck a bucket there. The water source on. We're going to want to get rid of you and grab out our buckets. Bucket is in here. Okay, so in order to build ye old Apothecary, we're just going to go at Botania to bring up all of the Botania stuff. And it's right there. So we need a petal or a flower with some cobblestone, and some cobblestone slabs. Do I have any cobblestone slabs sitting around anywhere? No. So I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3 to make them, and then 1, 2, 3. Yep. So take half of them, chuck them in there, bang. And then let's go. Oh, need 4. 4 cobble. Could have just grabbed them straight from there. Okay, dingbat. I didn't. So we have the most of pink and blue, so we'll use a pink. Get that out of the way. That's the Apothecary done. So let's check that bad boy off. I hate when you do that. Right, so now the next thing we need to do is we need to make pure daisies. And we need to make ender flames, that's the one. Ender flames. So what we want to do is we want to chuck our newly formed petal of Apothecary. And we want to get ourselves a chest. And another crafting grid. Station. I said crafting station, get over it. So we're going to get a double chest. That's going to allow us to hold our stuff. And we'll chuck ourselves a crafting grid here. Because why the hell not? Alright. So, we need to make ye old pure daisy. I think we did. We got a Lexicon Botanica. We would have otherwise had to have just made a book with such and put it with a sapling in order to get this. It's a pretty cool little book. It's got a bit of everything you could possibly want in that. Basics and mechanics, which in there you will find the pure daisy. This is what it does. Put logs or stone, so that's smelted cobblestone down, and it will turn into living wood and living rock. Or living stone. Then you grab the living wood and you can make living wood twigs. So it's pretty easy. It's just 4 white petals. So because we don't have too many, we are going to need you. Let's grab out some bone meal. Bam, 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 bam. Grab all them. And they're up there. Bam. That's plenty for now. So you can piss off. You can get out of there. You can come over here. So what we need to do, we need to grab some water. We need to put it in here. We need to go drop 1, 2, 3, 4. And then with a seed, throw a seed in and we get a pure daisy. Do I want to? Yeah, why not? Might as well grab 2. So, we need to put them on grass, but because I don't want to have to wait for the grass to regrow over here, not that it really matters, we'll just chuck it here. We'll grab a stack of stone and a stack of wood. So let's go and grab a stack of stone. Said 1 stack, dang it. A stack of wood. Let's just go chuck that one back. And we can go and put them down and start making some stuff. It takes around about a minute for each one from the moment they've been placed down. Oh, yeah, you can just sit there, I don't care. I kind of do care, actually. That's going to trigger me. So we're going to get this. Gotta watch out for that OCD. So in order to finish that one off, we're going to have to get the living wood and the living rock. While we wait for that, we can do an ender flame, I think. I don't remember how to make an ender flame. Browns and stuff, things. So if we go to generating flora, ender flame is So it's a generating flower because it generates mana. The Pure Daisy does not make mana in any way, shape, or form. It just makes those blocks. So this will absorb anything that's combustible. So planks, logs, charcoal, coal coke, coal, anything like that. So we need 2 browns, a red, and a light grey. So we need to get out of the way. So 2 browns, a red, and a light grey. So chuck you there. Red, 2 browns, light grey, and a seed. And then we have our first endo flame, which we'll probably chuck over in the corner. So I'm going to make some more of those. So let's quickly, while we wait for a second set of living wood and living rock, we want to actually get rid of you, chuck you down. And then we want to get you. Alright, so that's done. Okay, we've got a bunch of stuff. We have... I mean, I'll probably actually chuck it down. It probably won't be that bad. What we do need, however, is... Hello. Just to get prepared, I'm just going to grab you and go... We've got one more. And we're going to get rid of you and you. Now, what we need to do now. So that's done. Pure Daisy is done. So let's open these up. Let's see what we can get. I'll sort out the junk later. That's junk straight off the bat. Holy turd burgers. Holy turd burgers. Bouncy stuff. I don't think anyone wants any carpet. So what was I doing? That's gone. Okay, so we need to make a One of the Forest, mana spreader, and a mana pool. So these aren't too hard to make. Mana pool is just a V shape with your living rocky stuff. You make yourself how many do I need? 3 living wood twigs. Bam, bam, bam. And then colour to your desired effect. We'll go blue and red. And it will, for the most part, look like what you put in there. We do need to grab our other living wood. Oh, hello. Sorry, princess. And we might as well grab that as well. Okay, so now we need to make a mana spreader. Mana spreader is your way of sending mana where you want it to go. Screw it, white will do. Okay, so now we have a mana spreader, which we're going to put there. We're going to get rid of this. And we need to put down a mana pool, which I suppose for this one we can just chuck it there. Should be fine. And now with this we can change the direction that this works. So the way it is now, it is mana going into the mana pool, and then the other way is pulling mana out. So you can get a tablet at a certain point that holds mana on your person, so that would be how you fill it. If we go, oh, hello. If we go shift right click on this and shift right click on that, this is where the mana is going to get sent. So that's going to put the mana in. If we do the same thing on these guys, just to make sure. Actually, I might need to move that. I think if there's a mana spreader down before you put the flowers down, it'll be fine. Actually, I don't think we're going to have to move that. I think that'll be fine. I'll put the dropper just there. So the way that these works is stuff. They eat stuff. So if we take this stack over here of charcoal and throw a couple down, 2 of them will suck those up, and you'll see the flames on top of them. So now they're generating mana, and this has mana in it. You can see in the green bar, it's sucking up mana and it's sending it into the pool, and that is mana. So what we want to do is we want to automate this so that we can have it sitting there doing work for us. So we want to grab a dropper. That'd be nice. Can we even make that yet? We can make that. Just depends if we have Palace Crystal and the Stony Crystal on us. I think I had some. I've got Palace Crystals, but I don't have Restonia Crystals, and we're not into the actually additions just yet, so that's a pain in the bum. I mean, I could go and make that real quick, but we'll just do it the hard way, okay? So generally what you need is, I think it's like 50 seconds. So if we chuck 5 down there, hopefully they should all get one. You're not feeding your mate. Not letting him have any. But it only put 4 down. Maybe only put 4 down. So this will get us mana, and we're going to have to keep going back and forth and, you know, filling that up. So not being able to automate that is a bit of a pain in the bum. So there's the mana spreader. What I want to do is have a little look and see if we actually got... Oh, we did. We got mana still. So that should be a quest completed. Oh no, that's only part of it. So we need to do a pearl, a diamond, some powder, glass. So we can chuck that in there. Yeah, seems like we've got no mana, bruh. So now you can just throw it straight in, but if you come over the top of it, it will actually tell you that you don't have enough mana in there. So we'll leave that for a moment. Let that build up a little bit. We'll be doing a little bit of Botania over the next couple of episodes. I just kind of want to get just into it for now. And then, you know, I'll do a little bit off camera. So I'll do a little bit of this stuff off camera. And then we'll do this section in the next episode, the Portal to Alfheim. So we'll probably do 2 episodes on this. And then hopefully by the time we get to the end of it, the next episode we'll have done this stuff, the Portal to Alfheim, which is much like the Nether portal, but it's a portal where you throw materials through, and a bunch of elves in another dimension will throw better stuff back at you. So we still need to do the Nether quartz and the Nether pearl. We can now do the diamond. We cannot do the pearl, because it takes a little bit. Takes a little bit to do that, sucker. We're going to be using a lot of these, so we actually want to get as much mana as possible. So that'll be the good thing about me being able to do this over 2 episodes, is I can go and get a shit ton of mana saved up. I was about to say I might quickly go into... Oh, no, it's Basic Factory we're moving into next, isn't it? Sucks. Because this is what I want. The Atomic Reconstructor to change materials over, which needs iron casing. So I'd only have to do iron casing, which is just a matter of making a casing. It's not a big thing. And then making the Atomic Reconstructor. So I'll do that between the next episodes, build all my mana up, and hopefully be able to get a couple of pools going. I'm pretty sure I can just chuck that in there and get a heap of mana. Yeah, that got me a chunk. Okay, so that's done. Alright, so from now it is moving into the Runic Altar and making personal mana storage, alchemy catalysts and stuff and things. So what we need to do is we need to make a Runic Altar. So we'll go at Botania again to bring that shiz up. Our Runic Altar is right here, so it's not that hard at all. We have already got the stuff for it. Please recognize me. And I think it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't know if I need another mana spreader or not. I'm just going to assume that I do. And go ahead and get the parts for another one. Get a heap of wood. I'll also get a load of this done between episodes, which will help out quite a lot. So that is that done. We can use this for quite a few things. So what we're going to need this for is to make elemental runes. So we have personal mana storage, passive mana gen. A ring of aura passively generates mana when worn. That'd kind of be cool if I can chuck it into my pool, but I don't know if it works. This will be okay. It would be kind of useful. So we can go ahead and we can make a Rosa Arcana, which should be there. Oh, actually we need the Rune of Mana. So we need 5 Mana Steel and a Mana Pearl in order to do that. So we'll need another Ender Pearl. And oh, hello. Stuff's backing up. So we'll chuck that in there, and now we need, how many was it? 5 Mana Steel. So Mana Steel is a thing. Right there, so it should just be iron. Right, iron. So we need 3 iron. It's a pain in the bum that I didn't actually have that. I could probably open up a bunch of loot bags and I'll get some. But I can't be bothered doing that because we're going to end the episode pretty soon. So let's chuck that away. Grab that. Alright, now I'm pretty sure I actually do need another mana spreader. Let's grab those bad boys and not get stuck on the fence. And grab one of them. And bang. And bang. Let's chuck that there. Let's do like that. And then we will need the pearls. The pearl and the things. And this. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This. It'll come up saying that it's not ready. The X means it's not ready. Then there's a progress bar on the right for the item that you're making. So if that's not the item you're looking for, and then we need to either chuck or right click a piece of living rock on here. So we'll right click it, then right click with your wand, and there is our first rune, the Rune of Mana, which means that we can make the Rosa Arcana with 2 pink, 2 purple, and a lime. You put the lime in the coconut. It was a pink, 2 purple, and a lime? No, 2 pink, 2 purple, you silly man. Alright, so let's chuck some stuff out of your inventory. That. Get out of there, that. And we have seeds on us. Let's chuck that away. So we want water. That. Oh, and you. And you. We have our Rosa Arcana. So if we go and have a little bit of a look in the book, and why you got a picture of the Rosa Arcana there? How do I do this again? There is a way to just go straight to the page. So experience points are a form of magic of sorts. The Rosa Arcana can tap into it and absorb the experience of players on the ground around it, turning it into mana. The experience can also be acquired from experience orbs in the world, not requiring the player to be present. So we can do pretty much the same thing as what we're doing here, but do it with experience. So you are connected to that. That is fine. Are you able to... You seem to be dead set full of mana. Or do you just have a pink progress bar? That's pretty. So he's taking my XP, you can see just above my item bar, down the bottom. And can't tell how much mana it's generating from it, but we're getting some pretty good progress. I don't mind giving him all those levels because I don't need XP for quite a while. So that's done. And we can claim it. And then I need to go in and make elemental runes, which are the same thing that you've already seen. And then there's seasonal runes. There's a botanical brewery, which I don't tend to use too much, but I'll get that made. So I'll get that stuff made in the next episode. I might make up a mana blaster if I can and show that off. And I'll make the alchemy catalyst. The alchemy catalyst is kind of a handy thing. If we right click on it, you put it underneath the mana pool, and then you can convert things over to a different form. So you can like change your wood planks and stuff. I can go through and I can get all the different types of saplings I want. Stuff, you know, fish seeds. There's a bunch of things in there that are kind of handy to have. You can turn redstone into glowstone with a bit of mana, which is pretty cool. Yeah, some good stuff in there. I'll chuck the rest of my stuff over in here and I'll bugger off and get some of this stuff done. The next sort of phase of Botania can be quite grindy, because to get to the things you want to make and to get to Terra Steel and these awesome items that you can make, you need to do a bit of grinding. I need to sit there and throw down coal, sit there and let the plant take my XP, or I could go and make a dropper and get it completely and utterly automated. Grind up a bunch of mana, make a bunch of different tablets so that I can make all the stuff and things in order to get over to the portal to Alfheim, which requires me, if I go and have a look in here, it's Endoartifacts? Alphamancy. Portal to Alfheim. So we have to make up Elven Gateway Core, which is with Terra Steel Nuggets. So I've got to get to Terra Steel Nuggets. We need to make Natura Pylons, and this is pretty much what it looks like. So we'll have this. Can you not be weird? So, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we need to make that, and then there'll be like 2 mana pools with a Natura pylon on them. Then you pretty much just throw a bunch of shit in there, and you get stuff back. So we'll get into that at some stage. It'll be great, and you probably won't care, but it'll be fun because it's magic mod, and I love magic mods. And there's not too many of them in this pack. So when we come back, we'll be doing the portal to Alpine and trying to make some dope-ass armor and weapons, which is going to be cool because once we get that done, we're going to do basic factory and try to knock it out in an episode, and then have fun with actually additions, which is a very cool mod that I'll use quite a bit. Master Chef is going to be a bit of a grind, and then we'll get on to another magic mod that's probably going to make everything that I get from Botania completely and utterly useless because that shit's overpowered. Or borderline overpowered. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and enjoyed looking at the back of my head. If you did, smash the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, subscribe and shit, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.